you to come back here again. Next game. My dog won't stop yapping. Next game. Stop yapping. Oh my god. Useless. Everyone hail to the Pumpkin King.
There are a ton of underutilized scene transitions in OBS that are available down here in the bottom right-hand corner. We're going to go over. Cut and fade are the ones you see people use all the time, but there's a ton of additional transitions to use to go between scenes, including swipe, slide, fade to color, and Luma wipe. We're going to go over all of those today, and we'll leave Stinger for another day. That's a custom branded transition. I'll do a whole separate video on that. So cut is a default transition, and as you can see, when you move between scenes, it just cuts in the content as quickly as your computer can load that content. Very abrupt, very clean, very common if you want to have no delay moving to the next piece of content. Fade, however, is a bit smoother and can add a little bit of kind of a feel to your stream or to your presentation to make it feel less abrupt. So as you can see, 300 milliseconds is about a third of a second. By the way, you can change the duration on the scene transition by typing in new fields here. And if you want a bit more of a dramatic fade, you can increase the milliseconds here on duration to something in the thousands. So 2000 milliseconds for
This video will show you how to add transitions in OBS. Start by launching OBS. You should see a Scene Transitions panel to the bottom right. If this menu is missing, then you can enable it by clicking View, Docs, and Scene Transitions. You can select your transition through the drop-down menu under Scene Transitions. By default, Fade and Cut should already be loaded. More transitions are available via the plus icon. When you create a new transition, you can name it and adjust its settings. These settings can always be modified later via the gear icon. You can also change the duration of the transition from the main OBS window. Most custom transitions are stinger transitions. To add a custom transition, press the plus sign and select Stinger. Press Browse and find your transition overlay. Next, you need to allocate a time for the transition to take place. This should be where the screen is completely covered. You can appoint this time via the frame or time. I will be using frames. Next, you can set the audio transition. Press the preview button to ensure your transition works as intended. Press OK to confirm. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, please be sure to drop a like and comment. Also, be sure to subscribe for more helpful tech videos. It really helps support the channel.
In this video, I'm gonna buy an overlay pack. You can do the same thing or use one you already have. And then I'm gonna show you how to install an overlay pack together with your game, your webcam, a countdown timer, etc. Own.tv was kind enough to sponsor this video, as well as let me buy whatever I want from their store and give you a 50% discount code. The code is TVN. You can find the link to their website in my description. This here is the homepage of their website. There's a bunch of different stuff here, but the two main things people buy on this website are the complete overlay packs and then custom emotes, which you can find right here under make your own sub emotes, and then click here. This is a complete wizard to create your personal emote, then generate it on the bottom, and then here you can select which of these emotes you want to buy and then check out. However, this is not what we're here for. I want to buy a complete overlay pack and then show you how to install all the elements, and again you can choose whatever pack you want. However, I got a lot of questions from people buying packs from this website because they sponsor me a lot, so in this video I'm giving everyone a chance to follow along and install a whole package together with me. Okay, I think I just found the one I want to buy. So when you click on an overlay, when you scroll to the bottom, you can find an interactive showcase. Now look how cool this transition looks. Let's click on it here on the left. That looks kind of sick. Let's look at the alerts. I'm gonna click on follower. Yeah, this also looks nice. The final thing I want to check is the just chatting overlay, and this also looks pretty cool. I'm gonna buy this overlay. I'm gonna buy the premium pack here. Let's click on add to cart, and apparently there is a 50% sale going on right now, but it's definitely not always. So just know you can always use my coupon code TVN, click on apply, and then get 50% of your price at all times. So I just completed the checkout. Now if you buy an overlay pack on any website, or if you download a free overlay pack, you will always have a download button, obviously, and you can find the link to their select which of these emotes you want to, and then custom emotes, which you can find right here under make your own sub emotes, and then click here. This is a complete wizard to create your personal overlay pack. You will always have a download button, obviously, and then you will probably get a zip folder. Then once the package finished downloading, you can probably copy it and then move it to your documents, for example. Let's paste it here and then right click and extract all. If you just click extract, it will extract right here, and then inside you will probably find a bunch of things. Now there is a quick start folder, so let's check that. You can install the fonts in the pack here, so you just double click it, then click on install on the top left, and it's installed. Then step 2 was Streamlabs import, we don't need that, and step 3 help, we also don't need that. You've got me. So let's go to files here, and then this is the whole content of the overlay pack. Let's check the third folder here, system. Okay, we don't need this. So this is what we'll be installing in OBS. So let's open OBS now, and the way graphics work in OBS Studio is that the middle black screen here is the preview. So there you will see everything that you're installing. This is where you build your stream, and then on the bottom you have 3 important windows. So the audio mixer here, this is where all your audio sources will appear, and I'm gonna talk about this later because there are some things that are important to know, but the most important things to set up your graphics are the scenes and the sources. Now the scenes on the left here, these act like folders that hold all the sources in the middle. So if we make a scene starting soon, for example, and click on OK, then we will get a new scene here on the left. This was the basic one, and this is the new one. You can make as much of them as you want. I made the ones we're gonna use. Now if you want to delete the scene, you can just right click it and then go to remove, click on yes, and it's gone. These are the 4 scenes we're gonna install today. So as I said, these scenes hold sources, and to add a source you can also just click on the plus icon, and these are the most important things to set up your stream. So for example, we can add our webcam here. You go to video capture device, you call it webcam, then click on OK, and then here as your device you select your webcam. In this case is the Elgato Facecam that I've installed. You can just click on OK, and then you will get your source here in the middle. Now before you change too much of your graphics here, you want to go to settings and then to video here on the left, and make sure that these are the right resolution. So for me it's gonna be 1080p here. I'm gonna select it 2 times and then click on OK, because as you can see, if you set up everything with the wrong resolution, then you will have to restart all over again. If you want to make something full screen, you just right click, you go to transform and then to fit to screen, and if your source is the same aspect ratio as your canvas here, it will fit perfectly. So on the side you can just rescale things. If you only want to use a part of your webcam, so for example in this case this whole side is completely useless, so I can hold Alt on my keyboard and then just cut off one of the sides by dragging this, as you see, this way, and my webcam isn't really positioned correctly. Let's try to move it a bit like this, so that way you can just be on the side and waste as little screen space as possible. However, since we're using a graphics pack here that isn't custom made, I'm gonna use this because the webcam border will fit around this size. Now I added this webcam here in the starting soon screen. It was a test, but if you want to get it to your in-game scene, for example, you can easily add the same source multiple times by just adding it, and then instead of giving it a name and creating it, you can click on add existing here and then select another video capture device, in this case that you've already added, which is this one here, which is our webcam in the starting soon scene. So then you just add it again right here, and this can be another size, for example like this. When we go to starting soon, now here it's small, and we can just click delete, enter. We don't need it here, but we do need it in our in-game scene, and here we go. Now let's start adding some graphics here, and we're gonna add the starting soon screen first. So let's go here to animated intermission banner, and then we have 2 choices. We have intermission starting blank, and then here we have just starting. Now to be honest, I don't know the difference, so we're gonna install them both. In most cases you can actually just drag something over here and then drop it, and it's gonna be installed here, but you can also just add something on the bottom through the plus icon here, and then for an image you go to image, and for a video you choose media source. So we're gonna do that because it's an animated overlay. We're gonna click on browse, and then you just look for your overlay. In this case it's dark zone, dark zone. files, animated intermission banner, and then we've added this one before, so let's add the blank version now and click on OK, and let's compare both. Now as you will see in a second, this overlay here will disappear because it has completed one cycle, and there we go. If you have an overlay that constantly needs to be looping and just repeating itself, you just gotta double click the overlay and then you constantly just click the media source. So I can drop it and install them. Now let's start at needed here, but we do need it in our in-game scene, and here we go. Now let's start adding some graphics here, and we're gonna add the starting soon screen first. So let's go here to animated intermission banner, and then we have two choices. We have intermission scene, right? Add existing here, and then select your in-game. Now I add it and don't set 80p here. I'm gonna select it 2 times, and then here. Okay, these are the 4 scenes we're gonna install today. So as I said, these scenes hold sources, and to add a